The year was 2016. $81 million vanished into thin air. This was not a Hollywood thriller. It was the Bangladesh Bank Heist, a cyber robbery of unprecedented scale. Shockwaves hit the global financial system. It exposed vulnerabilities in secure institutions. Hackers exploited a flaw in the banking network, their target Bangladesh Bank. The heist was a wake-up call. It forced the world to confront cybercrime. It wasn't just about stolen money. It was about a breach of trust, a reminder that no institution is immune. The heist became a watershed moment. It ushered in a new era of awareness and urgency in the fight against cybercrime. Bangladesh Bank is the central bank of Bangladesh. It safeguards the nation's financial stability. It manages the country's foreign exchange reserves. It regulates monetary policy and oversees the banking sector. Established in 1971, after the Liberation War, the bank fosters economic growth and stability. It participates in international financial transactions. It maintains accounts with other central banks. The bank's reputation hinges on safeguarding the nation's wealth. The 2016 cyber heist exposed vulnerabilities. At the heart of the Bangladesh Bank Heist lay SWIFT, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. SWIFT acts as the nervous system of global finance. It provides a secure messaging system for banks worldwide to facilitate cross-border transactions. The hackers exploited a critical vulnerability within Bangladesh Bank's connection to the SWIFT network. They infiltrated the bank's systems, gaining access to sensitive login credentials. This breach allowed them to impersonate bank officials and craft fraudulent transfer requests. The hackers' plan was audacious in its simplicity. They aimed to siphon off millions of dollars from Bangladesh Bank's account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Using their stolen credentials, they flooded the system with transfer requests, hoping to slip under the radar. The hackers' understanding of the SWIFT system and Bangladesh Bank's internal procedures was alarmingly precise. They timed their attack to coincide with a weekend, knowing that detection would be delayed. The stage was set for a heist of unprecedented proportions. The hackers' digital fingerprints led investigators on a winding trail across continents. The stolen funds, converted into US dollars, flowed through a complex network of banks and casinos. A significant portion of the money landed in the Philippines. It was channeled through accounts linked to casinos and shell companies. The involvement of casinos raised red flags, hinting at money laundering operations. The hackers, seeking to obscure their tracks, employed money mules and shell corporations. These intermediaries served as layers of obfuscation, making it difficult to trace the funds back to the source. The global nature of the heist posed significant challenges for investigators. They had to navigate a complex web of international jurisdictions and financial regulations. The pursuit of the stolen funds became a race against time and a test of international cooperation. Section 5. Red Flags and Reclamations. Unraveling the Scheme. As the fraudulent transactions sailed through the global financial system, a series of seemingly unrelated events began to raise suspicions. A spelling error in one of the transfer requests caught the eye of a vigilant bank clerk in Germany. This seemingly minor detail triggered a chain reaction. Banks involved in the transfer requests began to scrutinize the transactions more closely. The sheer volume of money being moved raised red flags, prompting further investigation. Meanwhile, Bangladesh bank officials were alerted to discrepancies in their accounts. The realization dawned that they had been targeted in a sophisticated cyber attack. The race was on to recover the stolen funds and bring the perpetrators to justice. The recovery efforts involved a combination of legal action, diplomatic pressure, and cooperation between international law enforcement agencies. While a portion of the stolen funds was successfully recovered, a significant amount remains unaccounted for. Section 6. Global Shockwaves. The world reacts to the heist. News of the Bangladesh Bank Heist reverberated throughout the world, sending shockwaves through the global financial system. Governments, financial institutions, and cybersecurity experts grappled with the implications of this audacious cyber attack. The heist exposed the vulnerabilities of the global banking system, particularly its reliance on the SWIFT network. It became glaringly apparent that even seemingly secure systems were susceptible to sophisticated cyber attacks. The incident served as a wake-up call for banks and financial institutions worldwide. It underscored the urgent need to bolster cybersecurity measures and invest in advanced threat detection systems. The heist also highlighted the challenges of international cooperation in combating cybercrime. The investigation involved multiple countries, each with its own laws and regulations. This complexity underscored the need for greater collaboration and information sharing among nations. Section 7. The Lazarus Connection. Fingerprints point to North Korea. As investigations into the Bangladesh Bank Heist progressed, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. The tactics, tools, and techniques used in the attack bore striking similarities to previous cyber heists attributed to North Korea. Cybersecurity experts pointed to the Lazarus Group, a sophisticated cybercrime ring widely believed to operate with the backing of the North Korean government. The group had gained notoriety for its involvement in high-profile cyber attacks, including the 2014 Sony Pictures hack. The evidence linking the Lazarus Group to the Bangladesh Bank Heist was compelling. The malware used in the attack, the servers used to route the stolen funds, and the targeting of financial institutions all pointed to the hallmarks of the group's operations. While North Korea has consistently denied any involvement in the heist, the evidence suggests otherwise. The attack highlighted the growing threat posed by state-sponsored cybercrime and the lengths to which rogue nations would go to achieve their objectives. Section 8. The Missing Millions. A financial black hole. Despite the recovery of a portion of the stolen funds, a significant amount of money vanished into thin air. The missing millions remain a source of frustration for investigators and a stark reminder of the challenges in combating cybercrime. The hackers, through a combination of sophisticated money laundering techniques and the use of intermediaries, successfully obscured the trail of the stolen funds. The money disappeared into a complex web of shell companies, casinos, and online accounts. The recovery of the missing funds remains a top priority for Bangladesh Bank and international law enforcement agencies. However, the chances of recovering the full amount dwindle with each passing year. The missing millions serve as a stark reminder of the financial and reputational damage that cybercrime can inflict. They also underscore the need for greater international cooperation and information sharing to prevent and mitigate such attacks in the future. Section 9. In the Wake of the Storm, a Reckoning for Cybersecurity. The Bangladesh Bank Heist served as a wake-up call for the global financial system. It exposed the vulnerabilities of even the most secure institutions to sophisticated cyber attacks. The heist ushered in a new era of awareness and urgency in the fight against cybercrime. Banks and financial institutions around the world began to reassess their cybersecurity postures. They invested heavily in advanced threat detection systems, multi-factor authentication, and employee training programs. Governments also took notice, recognizing the need for greater oversight and regulation of the financial sector's cybersecurity practices. New laws and regulations were enacted to strengthen cybersecurity standards and enhance information sharing. The heist forced a fundamental shift in how financial institutions approached cybersecurity. It was no longer seen as an IT issue, but as a critical business risk that required a comprehensive and proactive approach. Section 10. Fortifying the Fort. New defenses in a digital world. In the aftermath of the Bangladesh Bank Heist, the global financial system embarked on a journey to fortify its defenses against the evolving threat of cybercrime. New technologies, regulations, and collaborative efforts emerged to mitigate the risks. Banks and financial institutions invested heavily in advanced cybersecurity solutions. Artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms were deployed to detect and prevent suspicious activities. Multi-factor authentication became the norm, adding an extra layer of security to financial transactions. International cooperation in combating cybercrime reached new heights. Law enforcement agencies across the globe joined forces to share intelligence, track cybercriminals, and recover stolen funds. The Bangladesh Bank Heist served as a catalyst for a more secure and resilient global financial system. It highlighted the need for constant vigilance, continuous innovation, and unwavering collaboration in the face of ever-evolving cyber threats. Section 11. The Unfinished Chapter. Lessons from the Brink. The Bangladesh Bank Heist stands as a stark reminder of the evolving threat of cybercrime and the need for constant vigilance in the digital age. The heist exposed vulnerabilities in the global financial system and highlighted the devastating consequences of cyber attacks. While significant progress has been made in strengthening cybersecurity defenses, the fight against cybercrime is far from over. Cybercriminals continue to innovate, employing sophisticated techniques to exploit vulnerabilities and steal valuable data. The lessons learned from the Bangladesh Bank Heist must continue to guide our efforts in combating cybercrime. We must remain vigilant, adaptable, and collaborative in our approach to cybersecurity. The future of finance depends on our ability to stay one step ahead of cybercriminals. By embracing innovation, fostering collaboration, and prioritizing cybersecurity, we can create a safer and more resilient digital world.